Good afternoon, happy Saturday. This is Natural Amor Forever coming back at you with another episode. So make sure you leave a comment, hit that like button and that
notification bell, baby.
And also hit that bell
again
for
those that forget.
For those that forget, because that way you can keep up when we drop another video and you'll get notified.
Because they be forgetting.
They be forgetting all the time. So we're going to get into it with our juicy topics today. We're doing two. So how we going to start this off?
You know what, maybe baby, love queens first. Go ahead and tell them how you feeling.
All right, well, we've been away on a hiatus for a while or whatever. There's just been a lot going on in our lives or whatever. So we just basically haven't been recording much of anything, but we wanted to record something today, and we have a ton of topics, so we're going to cover two today. And one of it being when are you enough? When are you like doing too much, you know, trying to get attention from others, or just even a simple return phone call?
People that you love.
When do you basically stop and say, look, I'ma just let things be as they are, because I'm constantly giving of myself, but I'm not getting that back in return? So do you basically let the relationship just dissolve?
I mean, at some point in time, I believe you gotta get rid of the commitment after a while of so much trying. When do you find a time where, like, you know what, I'm good on this? Like, no offense, no enemy type of thing, nothing like that. It's just, I'm tired of putting my energy into something that I feel like it's draining me a little bit, putting too much effort into something that's not putting not even a drop or ounce of effort into you.
Right. I had, you know what, I think, you know, I have a couple girlfriends and things like that, you know, I find myself, I'm constantly, always putting forth the effort to call them, check on them, see how they're doing, but I don't get that in return. So I came to a realization, and I came to that maybe, you know, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and it was just like, look, I'm constantly calling you, and I'm calling you, and I can't even get a call to say, hey, how you doing, you know, or anything like that.
Some of them you have an understanding with.
Some of them, you know, some of them we have an inner standing. Okay, not an under. We have an inner standing.
Balance of time.
It's a balance where we may not talk to each other for months at a time or what, but that's just the relationship that we have.
But you know their situation and how hard they work, which ones got things going on, and you like, well, we here, you know, we always here. I know what we got going on.
What we got going on. But for some of those that, you know, that we are constantly reaching out to, and they just don't bother to reach out, you know, to you at all or whatever, you start to wonder, you start to look and wonder, like, what, you start questioning the friendship. And that even goes to say, even with a relationship too. Yeah, you start questioning yourself.
What, did I do something? Like, did I say something to offend this person? But who's going to say something before you even then?
That's even with relationships.
Yeah.
You're constantly, you're the person that's just constantly putting forth with this relationship or whatever that you're in, whether you're dating or you're married or whatever, you're just constantly putting forth the effort for change or to make a certain situation better, but it's only coming from one party.
But you also find yourself wanting best for somebody so much to the point it feels like they don't care that you're doing that, even though you shouldn't feel entitled that if you do something good for somebody that you automatically should get the acknowledgement right back. But every now and then it'd be nice to be like, hey, I'm calling you, I'm trying to help you with something, I'm giving you information, don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time when I give you information, which is free. Some people charge for it, and you just kind of like just act like I didn't even basically wasted my time, like I didn't give you any information to help you evolve or anything, as if what I'm saying is unimportant. I thought we had a
mutual understanding or something. So you can't, my thing is this, you can't, to me, you can't just constantly keep putting forth an effort and you're not getting an effort back in return.
So it becomes effortless.
Yeah, it becomes effortless. So my thing, just let us know in the comments. How do you all feel about that? Do you constantly keep trying to make the effort, or you just let the relationship dissolve? Whereas you just stop making the effort and you just say, the heck with it, I'ma just let it be what it be.
Example, it's like, I'm not saying you have to, again, because some people may feel different. If I'm giving you a gift every year for your birthday, or at least trying to start doing the gift giving back and forth so we can have some type of bond for us through that. And you never even call to say either happy birthday or even send a text and say, hey, I love you, just want to see if you're breathing, or anything like that. It's kind of like you're giving yourself so much. Also, it is your choice, but at the end of the day, you hoping that the other person would notice what you're doing and hoping that they would, what they consider reciprocate that back towards you. Give that back to you a little bit, like, hey.
I have a friend that every year, now my thing is this, I'll go, I'll get her something, and everything, and it's a newer friend, so I can't even say she is one of the older friends, because I have friends from like 30 years back. But we started, out something, we had a, couple projects that we were doing, but I would make sure that, I would, get her a little something or whatever. And what she would do is she would give me a card or something. So I noticed that, and I'm like, okay, here I'll go ahead and I'll, give her something a little extra or whatever. But even though that was my choice or whatever, you do things, not to be, be gifted all the time. You do things from the heart, even though that was my choice. But what I've decided now, so you like to just give a card, so I'll just give her a card. I won't put forth the extra effort, to get her anything extra other than a card, because you have shown that, hey, that's all that you're willing to do or whatever, and that's fine. That's so fine. So I only do what I see in return. You understand?
But a lot of people don't want to give you that time when they're not as happy as you are. You find yourself like, if we're in a happy situation, we got our thing going on, we got our bond, we got our foundation set. A lot of people that are either sad, miserable, or just unstable, or just trying to get things together and it's not going good for them, you find them falling off the face of the earth. But that's when it comes in people like us that care to step in. Hey, you know, but after a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, like, you don't hardly hear from you. Your actions start to change. You start to either make me question myself, or you, is it me? Like, you just fell off the face of the earth. We do understand that people go through things and you won't hear from them. If I call you, we stated this in another video, if I call you, you got the missed call or you seen the text message. If you didn't get it, I understand technical difficulties, but it can't be technical difficulties all the time.
It's not
you saw me call
all
you
the time.
but you gonna ignore it.
You're gonna ignore it.
Just say you don't want to deal with it.
Talking.
Nobody got time for all that. That's ridiculous.
So I just want, like I said, leave in the comments, how do you feel about that when you're constantly giving of yourself, constantly calling, just giving of yourself, and you don't get that back in return?
Lose the entitlement. Please lose it. Look, it don't matter what age you is. It don't matter what you got going in your life. Sometimes you can be kind of selfish when you make people worry about you that really love you, that just wanna be in your life, just wanna be in your circle a little bit every now and when you get some time. But you can't tell me when I see you online or see you somewhere else, just conglomerating with everybody else, but the person that you really deal with, I thought we had a good bond type of thing, you ain't supporting nothing, you ain't hitting no likes, any of that stuff. Just small stuff.
I didn't even think about that. That's another thing.
It's phony and it's fake. I be seeing you. I see you be liking and hitting stuff on other people's stuff.
So when you talking about the hovering,
man. Some hovers are cool though. I know some of y'all be hover. I love y'all.
Some of my hovers,
I be knowing them.
I actually know that's what they do.
But we talking about the other type of hovers. So. The ones that you actually have conversations with, and they don't show no support, but you see them showing all type of love to everybody else. But you assume that y'all was good on a personal level.
With the social media. So what I did was I did a cleanup. Everybody knows I do a cleanup every year. And if we're not communicating with each other and we're not, there's no need for us to just be on social media together. We don't communicate or whatever. So I went and checked my friendships, with certain people. Now, there are some that will always stay there because I know that they're not on social media hardly ever. I mean, when I say ever, maybe once a year, if that, or whatever. So I know that's what they do. That's how they are. But for others, that are just like, you're constantly commenting on their stuff, and
damn it, when is it enough?
Yeah, when
is it enough though?
It's not that the friendship is over. It's just that we don't have anything to talk about on social media.
I'm gonna start doing that to everybody else. When you call me, I'm gonna just look at the phone.
And do you know what? The funny thing, you gotta have a lot more followers and things than I do.
Yeah.
I have only. I don't even have 200. I don't think
it's
250
like
people.
220.
Right. On my social media
My wife's a little more
accounts.
private than me. I'm private,
Right.
but my wife's a little
So-
more like she don't really be at social
Right.
media. I'm more to the marketing and then all
Right.
the other stuff.
So-
you know what I mean?
And then a lot of people will show up, and I don't know. If I don't
Yeah.
know you or whatever, I don't even accept it or whatever because I don't know you. You just pop up there and
Hey,
what?
but when is it enough? People like to use excuse, man. You understand? People be going through stuff. Yeah, we go through stuff too. You think we always on balance and don't have disagreements or life situations don't happen? We do this because we want to give a topic and show that melanin love or just love period to everybody.
Right.
We don't care what you look like, as long as you're doing something positive. The whole point of this is when somebody's giving you a little love, which everybody needs, man. It's a hard time for everybody. Sending love to everybody that lost somebody. For sure, shouts out. This is Natural Amor Forever, which means love. It's a natural love for life,
So let me ask
forever,
you this.
infinite.
Let me ask you this: how was your week this week, basically? How
Oh
was
my
your week?
God,
How was it dealing with people and everything this week?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna end up in the sand asylum dealing with these people these last couple of weeks. I'm trying to
Here
these
you
mother.
go. Here you go.
Man,
Here you go.
I'm so
Do I
tired
have
of
to?
people.
Do I have
Bro,
to?
Don't do the bell. Don't put the
You
bell
know-
down. This is not Dr. Dre's song. Ring, ding. Or go ahead, put the bell down. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the. I ain't gonna. All right. I love you too, baby.
So, my week.
The phony. Your week been voluptuous, crazy. Like
My week, everybody. You know what? What did I tell you this week? Everybody was yelling at me. People were, and I just been calm.
That's because they going through
I
stuff.
got yelled at. I've been cursed at,
Handling
and
business.
for some odd reason, I just been like, whatever. If that's what you want to do, does that make you feel better?
They hate that you. The calmer you get,
Right.
the more angry they get. Then they find
Right.
themselves apologizing to you.
Right.
I don't
And
know.
this is the kicker. I had a particular client I was doing some work for or whatever, and the creditor, they started yelling at me. The collections agency started yelling at me and cursing at me, and I'm like, finally, we going back and forth, and finally, I guess it was just the spirits, and they were just like, pick up and call this person back again. So I picked up and called back, and quite naturally, they hung up on. But this is a place of business. I'm like, why are they acting like this? And so when the woman answers the phone again, I finally said, ma'am, what do you have against me?
She was
What
losing
have
it.
I ever done to you? I don't even know you, lady.
You're so angry they check out.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just angry.
Do you know what
it's
she
ridiculous,
ended up
man.
saying to me? She said that I found out that you give relationship advice, and she said to me, I need your help. And I'm on the phone. I'm just like,
After she disrespected
yeah.
that,
I'm like, are you serious?
hung up on you how many times?
She hung up on me 15 times. 15. That's the exact number. This woman hung up on me.
The BS.
And this is the company. And I'm just like, I'm holding the phone. I'm like, are you serious?
Yes, she was serious.
So when I'm not going to go into what we had talked about. And I ended up talking to her. She ended up apologizing to me. And she just let her guard down. And she was like, I need your help. Tell me what to do.
Boy, they going through it this year.
And I
boy.
said,
trying to tell you they going through
You
it.
are serious. That's just what I said. I said,
Yes.
You are serious. I said, okay. I was like, I may have said some things,
But you know what
after
it is,
you
though.
was snapping on me.
But
I may
you
have
know.
said some things to you, and I apologize for that.
I don't want to say it, but they're pandemic that made a lot of people recognize all types of things.
Right.
Relationships, friendships,
Right.
who you deal with,
And
who you can't deal
we
with.
went off
Yeah.
into her conversation, and after that, she ended up saying, I didn't know if you was going to accept my apology. I was like, ma'am, I wasn't angry with you. I don't even know you.
She had a lot on her heart, man.
She had a lot on her heart. And I said, the spirit told me to call you back and don't stop calling you.
Yeah.
So I waited for 3 hours and I called you back. And finally, when I just let my guard, I was like, ma'am, I don't know what it is that you got against me. But at the end of the day, hey, I'm just calling for my client, trying to handle some business.
But when is it enough of giving yourself to people? Sometimes you have to bite the bullet. That lady needed your help. It was a cry out for help, and that was her only way, I guess, to do it. And you happen to be the right person at the right time. And this is the stuff that she deal with.
Right.
I deal with, just running to people where they lash out on you for no reason, and you ain't even said nothing to disrespect nobody, and then they find themselves coming back apologizing to you after they lose it on you. And I'm like, dude, man, we about love.
But she did the funny thing is, she said, the company, the collections agency or whatever, they basically profile whose calls is coming in. My number is a public number, so I didn't care about that. But my thing is, you actually went into a deeper thing. You know what I'm saying? To find out who I was.
And plus, they like your voice. You got that good calming voice.
Do I really?
Like, come in here and get some of this cornbread, baby. Come on and got some good cooking, baby. You got the spirit of a big mama. When it's time to come up, you're going to be a big mama one day. It's going to be like, baby, I got you. You better get up off that great. I whooped you because you needed it. I love you. Granny love you. Gigi love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Like, that's why you get on the phone. You got that warm butter. Man, that's why I call you sweet buttery yam with cinnamon on top, because you have a sweet heart. You make people's lives better. To me, you a superhero. You my superhero. You know what I'm saying? You motivate me every day.
You my superhero.
And it's like, with you, it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always keep pushing harder every day.
You saved my life 6 times.
Oh God, don't talk about it. Oh God.
6 times.
Oh, ancestors of love. I had, snatched her up a couple times to help her get out of a situation. But this segment of this part here, because we're going to go a part 2.
Well, yeah, we're going to do a part 2. We're not going to get rid of us that quick, because we need to really...
Intermission.
So we're going to take an intermission. We're going to come back. We have a second topic that we want to talk about. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be right back.
So remember... Take a break. Go get you something to drink. Get you some tea. Press pause. We coming right back.
We're coming back. Natural Amor Forever. We'll be right back at you. Well, we're back again. That's right. We're coming back from our break, and my king over here is gonna go ahead and start this part 2 of the topic.
You gonna let me go ahead? Oh,
yes.
Right. Queen buttery yams, sweet buttery yams. That is.
With cinnamon on top.
Cinnamon on top, my love.
I'm still working on the marshmallows, but
we can go get some. But But I'm gonna tell you, this is a much more deeper part of this here subject for today. This is part 2. This is about helping other people, and people that help other people also need help too, and people forget that. You have something called we broke it down. You got broken and stable people, and broken and unstable people. You got basically like you would say a therapist. People consider them as stable because they're the ones that's helping them. You paying them to help somebody.
But half of them see therapists themselves.
They're broken also. And what I meant by broken and stable and broken and unstable, just to clear it all up so you can get it in your head, we all are broken in some form of way. You have been through some type of tyrannical part of your life, harsh situations, life things that you done went through. You gotta basically have been through something to basically help somebody with a particular subject. I mean, other than that, you just be giving an opinion. So what I mean is, to deal and help other people, you have the broken and stable people that done picked up their pieces and able to use their experiences and their friends and everybody else's experience that they heard to help other people. But they're broken, but they're holding it together. Then you have broken and unstable people that can't help nobody. They can't even help themselves. They're done. They're shattered pieces all over the place.
Right.
they can't help anybody.
To even with us, to even give advice to you all and things like that into certain topics, we are broken ourselves, but we were repairable.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't so broke to the point we can't help anyone else, and we don't need to be helping. You know, we can't help anyone else, and
trial and error.
It's basically trial and error. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Some people didn't make it through the trial, though. A lot of people did not make it through the trial. Prison time, or people that couldn't kick them drugs off, like to help somebody else. You know, they couldn't be mentors. They couldn't make it out of it. It's just, you can't give anybody advice about being deep in love if you never been deep in love, but you can give the opinion about that you wanted to, but it's hard to take that advice when you've never been. You can't. My thing is this: I will live by this. If you have just, and we said this in another one of our videos, like for marriage, for instance, if you've never been married, you can't give advice on being married. You just can't give you can't give advice. You can give an opinion. Yeah. You are entitled to your opinions or whatever, but we all have to take those with a grain of salt, so to speak. Because if you never drove a car, how can you tell me how to go anywhere? As far as direction and me behind the steering wheel, you've never been behind the wheel, but you watch movies, so you can basically opinionize, give an opinion about what you think might happen, but you don't have the life experience to give that information.
And you know what the funny thing is? I look back on our previous videos and things like that, and I can only judge myself. I can't speak, for you or whatever, but I can honestly say that 90% of the stuff that we sit there and we discuss, I myself have been through, or experienced. Now I can't, like I said, I can't speak for you. On that as far as that goes or whatever, but I can say honestly, for me, 90% of the time, if we're talking about a topic, I have been there at one point.
I mean, we both
speaking from experience.
We from Detroit City, born and raised. You know what I mean? We've been in them streets, came out them streets. Y'all see us the way we are, Natural Amor, showing our love. Man, we done had some hard lives, and if we actually sat down and give the stories that we're able to tell, you would understand why. We can all relate. Basically, I could talk about being in them streets and doing things that I wish that I may have not done. Not nothing too dramatic, but for me it was. And being able to make it out of that, I can motivate another child. I can help somebody else not do what I did.
Do you ever look back now, because I know what I do is I look back now and I say, wow, I actually did that? Why did I do that?
Man, you ain't never had no heat to your mind. If y'all can relate to that, we all have had some heat, which is some fire, and you made it out of that. And you look back like, wow.
Why was I even here in the first place? Or what made me make that decision? But I look at it now. Do you ever look at it like it makes you the person that you are today? And I love the person that I am today.
We cool, classy hippies. You heard me? Like we in the nature. My wife motivated me more into nature. That's why I love her so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an idiot, a tech head. I like computers and all that, but I do get out here though. But the whole case of this whole video is just saying a person that perceives himself as tremendously perfect. People always say, oh, ain't nobody perfect. No, I appreciate my imperfections because it made me able to help somebody gather their pieces when they're completely unstable and broken. I am broken and stable, which means I found my way and I handle my pieces in a different way. And I told my wife yesterday, I was like, man, think of it like being a broken glass, a cup of water. You feel it, and it might spill over if you put too much into it, or it might break. When it break, that don't mean it'll never be able to feel the same way it felt before if you glue it together, but that's what you call broken and stable. You put your pieces together and you made it work. It may never feel the same way again, but those are broken and unstable. Your pieces are shattered and they're all over the place. The whole point of this video was saying is this particular part is that I don't take too much marriage advice for those that are not married, or if you have been married before. Like, divorce, things like that, because my thing is trial and error. They've been there. They know what's happening. But you got to take everything with a grain of salt from those who are married and those who have been married, because you got to get that information.
And just know this, too, or whatever. I know a lot of people say, well, if they've been in a relationship for a long time, they're considering themselves married. You are not married. So just because you're in a relationship a long time and you have lived with this person a long time or whatever, does not mean that you are married. You're not married.
And
you didn't take the step to be married.
And for those that sit here and believe, I don't care, you shouldn't care what people think about who you love, how you love, and who you in love with. Make it make sense. Nobody can tell you who to love. Forget them. You got to live your life. I'm gonna live my life to the fullest, and that has a lot to do with it. Broken people that think they're stable like to judge who you in love with and tell you how to love when they're not. They're sad. They're not even happy in their own skin right now. You got to change yourself a little bit to actually find real love. You know, but people forget this is a male's opinion and the female's opinion. Queen the king, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, babe.
Sometimes you have to take a look at yourself as an individual. And I remember, I can't remember which video we were doing. I think it was the one where we were by the fire. Take a look at yourself. Really sit there and evaluate. I think something bit me. You really sit there and evaluate yourself as an individual. You have to basically heal yourself and look at yourself and accept. If you're constantly attracting basically the same type of mate over and over again and it's not working, maybe there's something you need to change with yourself. There's something about you that you need to change if you're constantly attracting the same type of individual.
People don't have to blame themselves to think there's something wrong with them. Even though I had something wrong with me that I had to change, like dang, but maybe I didn't change it about we all had to check ourselves.
I had to check myself. I had to do a real good checking because I'm like, okay, hey, I'm attracting this type of individual or whatever, and this individual or individuals is not good for me. It's not good for me at all or whatever. This is not to say that they were bad people. They just weren't the right one for me.
Every bird that flock together don't mean y'all already fly the same way.
Okay.
Y'all may be chilling together, cool with everybody. Everybody going through their own situations, and everybody would love. Some people, I won't say everybody again, but some people just love to sit here and judge those that got their life the way that they want their life. You don't have no power over what somebody else loves. Who cares what you think? But sometimes we program to have to get approval from family and friends on who we love and stuff like that. Man,
doesn't matter at the end of the day.
But half of them ain't happy. If half of your friends and family are not happy, and they be like, "Girl, did you see her?" "Oh, dude, man, you know she cheating on you, bro." Like, but you ain't got nobody. You out here messing around, which is cool to be a bachelor, bachelorette, but your situation is broken, man. And unstable because you're all over the place.
You're all over the place.
I'm broken and stable because I'm going home to somebody to talk about my problems. If I got problems emotionally, spiritually, mentally, I'm gathering my pieces when I come home to my love. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about to me. Your situation might be different. I'm not here. We're not here to get approval or make anybody trust and believe everything that we say. This is us learning from each other.
Right. We just speaking, and which initially it goes back again to with the initial topic right now is about broken.
You broken,
physically and mentally broken.
But which type of broken? Stable or unstable?
I would consider myself stable. Because I don't allow anyone to consume who I am as an individual. At the end of the day, I'm still Sharnisha. You know,
I'm still Carlos. So 24/7. But I also could say too, man, it's just I'm in love with my wife. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? I break some legs. Let me tell you, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? You mess with my love.
You already know how I am.
You gonna see some eyes in your bushes in the morning when you in the tree. I'm like, you say what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing, bro. Like, I mean, no.
You said you know. Oh God, she about to turn it out. That's what.
Hey,
not gonna go well.
Also, keep them wolves out your foundation. I mean, I love my wolf. That's my totem animal. But as far as what they consider wolf, which means you don't have people around your situation or your love life or whatever that you know mean you no good. Get rid of them. Period. So all I'm saying is, I sound like I'm all over the place. Those broken people, those that want to cheat,
Yeah,
unstable, all that.
Right.
That you ain't a real man or woman if you got to cheat on somebody
Right.
and you afraid for them to find out who you messing around with. Y'all need to have an understanding. Not saying it's wrong or right, because I don't believe that.
Understanding as well. Shit.
That's your consequence. I don't got time for it.
You know what the thing is, I really don't have time for it to be going on. I mean, my thing is this, I'm gonna be honest with you. You gonna always, you got eyes, you're not blind. It's always gonna be a piece of candy out there or whatever that's gonna make you look sideways or whatever. But is it at the end of the day really worth it?
Heard what you just said.
Yeah.
And people like, well, I don't do that, man. Whatever.
You are lying.
Whatever.
You are lying to yourself.
Lie to yourself.
You trying to tell me you ain't see that beautiful woman and I ain't see that fine man walking on TV or whatever. You trying to tell me how you choose to perceive it and how you choose to react.
Hey.
That's on you. I can't do it. I can't be cheating and stuff.
When you
it's
single,
too much.
When you single, just because you trick or treat for a lot of candy don't mean you gotta open every wrapper.
You
Kaigler shake, baby. You pick which one you really like, get the rest away, and you keep it sweet. You know what I'm saying?
So at the end of the day or whatever, yeah, you look and say you're not blind, and I'll tell you, I'm not blind, and he's not blind. But how you choose to perceive it, that's on you.
But they got a lot of fake love on this social media page. Look, man, we argue, okay? We have disagreements. And you know what? Let something happen. Huh? What you say? Like it's gonna be out the window because that's how we entitle our love.
Right.
Don't never let nobody make you feel bad about being happy because they are unhappy. They are broken and unstable and can't find their own two shoes because if both legs walk right, they still trying to walk right. Okay?
Or they going around.
They like, I'm going they in that circus. They don't know what they going on.
How is our circus going this year?
Man, this circus is big. A lot of people have been added into. We got a couple clowns, some line walkers, we got some jugglers, and we got some new elephants in there. I ain't talking about no weight. This is subliminal. We got a couple people we call heavy lifters. We talking about people that got a lot of BS.
Right, and my thing is this with us and the Kaigler circus, you do not want to be a part of that.
No,
you do not want to be a part of it. We've had the same ringleader for what?
5 years probably. just can't ever get right. Always causing problems. Just busting that.
Right, ringleader, and that particular person plays all positions.
If they forgot, the circus is subliminal. It's not what you think.
Right.
It's subliminal. When you got a clown, people that act clown that always think everything is a joke, always want to be out here just being unnecessary. And you got line walkers, people that will walk the line in your life and test you and see how far they can get. Basically, how far they can get with you and use you in so many ways before they fall. Look at all the subliminal. You got people that want to juggle your relationship and friendship until they drop one. Hopefully you're a good juggler, because if you get found out by the person that you're playing games with, you may get hurt. So let's stop playing in the circus, man. Come eat popcorn with us in a box. Get you some VIP tickets. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a steak, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put a lot of slide of the butter grits on it, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Okay, so on that note, do you have anything else you want to add to this?
Before I go out, man, look, we don't want to be around you if you ain't positive. If you still holding on to old stuff, and if you the person that's causing problems, and you grown and you still holding on to people that done wrong to you, man, let it go. I let all my problems go. I forgive anybody that did wrong to me, man.
You know what?
I don't care.
It's funny you said that. I want to add this. Forgiveness, right quick. It's okay to forgive. Go ahead and forgive. But forgiving someone does not mean you have to deal with them.
We ain't got to drink tea because I forgave you. We
You don't
got to
have
drink a beer
to deal with them at all.
No, you don't.
You forgive them for yourself, but it does not mean you have to deal with them. Forgive them. If someone's done you wrong, go ahead and forgive them, but you are under no obligation to deal with them.
You will never forget
at all.
I'm sorry.
You won't forget.
It's in your mind.
Yeah, it's in your mind.
I put it like this, man. Y'all, look, show some love. If you got any, I want to know your opinion. We want to know your opinion down in the comment box. If you look over here, down here in the corner, hit that subscribe button or go under the video. You will see a red button to say subscribe and hit the bell. If y'all forget, comment, talk to us, email us. You know what I'm saying? Natural
and
Amor
leave
Forever.
a like, a good thumbs up,
a good
or whatever,
thumbs up. You know
and
what I'm
everything.
saying?
And then also let them share.
Yeah,
share the videos with your friends
man.
and family or whatever.
Yeah, just because you don't like it or disagree with it, or man, share to somebody that else it might help.
That it may help.
So I am gonna say one last thing. I want y'all to check this out. My first published book out of 9 manuscripts. You know what I'm saying? This is Natural Amor. With love and more of my book right here, The Infinite Mind of Life. Y'all can get this on Amazon, Walmart, Target, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Goodreads. If y'all don't want to buy the book, man, just go ahead and leave a positive review because that helps fight against the algorithms, man. This is not going to be the only thing. We got a lot of other stuff that Natural Amor's doing. This is what I'm doing on the outside. My queen always supported me, so bam! Check that out, you know what I'm saying? The Infinite Mind of Life.
I'm so proud of you,
by the poet B.GKL.
Alright.
I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Tenderoni.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and stop the clock, right?
No, we're gonna burn this out. You know what it is.
Single time. You can't just stop the clock.
I don't want to stop the clock.
Why?
Cause you on my time. You don't tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? I make it happen.
On that note,
I am Pimp Daddy Poopy Poop. What? Don't ring the bell. Ring not. Give me your lips. You see? I think my finger stopped working. Hey, look, give me your hand. I love you, baby. Natural Amor Forever. That was a good harmony, that. Just sound check, bitch.
My mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?